So what does a pair of cowgirl boots or cowboy boots like these, laughing, dancing, having a good time, country music, all have in common? My favorite thing to do, and that's to go line dancing. So for the past 2 years or so, I have been spending some of my summer nights in the somewhat big cities, big city as in bigger than where I'm from, in Bay City. Not only do I go and explore the city, but I also go line dancing. It happens about twice a week, sometimes three, depending on people's schedules. There's lots of things to do in Bay City. It is such a beautiful, beautiful place. And there's a lot to do that I can do before I go line dancing. When I started learning a lot about line dancing, I had to pick up on some lingo, some song choices. You would think the dance was called what the song was. That's not the case. And I met some absolutely fantastic people. So to begin this, I'm going to tell you about the town of Bay City. So the route I take is not like your typical I-69 to 75 to up and over. I live in the middle of nowhere. So I can almost take any back road to get there. So I take 46 up to M15 and kind of in the back way. What's nice about this way though is I get to kind of take then M25 into town, which is cool because I get to see these great big historical houses. Most of them are houses now. Some of them are apartments, things like that. Monstrously and beautiful. I couldn't even tell you how old they are, but they've been there a really, really long time. Some of my absolute favorite places to go and wander through, my number one is the Bay City Antique Mall. This store seriously takes up a good half a block. And it is the middle level, the upper level, the basement. It is everywhere. It can take you hours and hours to get through. There are so many cool things, from these super old, I want to say it was like 1886, like dollhouse, like replica dollhouse. I could probably fit in it. Like, it is just huge and full of detail. It is gorgeous. They have everything from like old sleighs to carriages to appliances to, I've seen bathroom things in there, like the pink 1950s toilet. It's in the basement. I know where that one's at. Literally to anything and everything you can possibly imagine. One other thing I like to go do there, obviously, is I like to go eat before I go, because I'm going to burn all this off. There is a place, and I'm going to butcher the name of this restaurant. Krzak's House, I think is how it's pronounced. It's Polish. But I'm a lover of all things potato, and pierogies are my number one. And they make the absolute best pierogies in town. Another place I like to go check out is seriously just the river, like the shops that are on the river street. There is a old candy store that they still make almost everything in-house, and it smells absolutely divine. There's a Beatles cafe, and I don't mean the Bugs, I mean the band. It is completely decked out from the door at the main street clear to the back as far as the eye can see, and it is so cool. I'm not a huge Beatles fan, but the atmosphere in there is like no other. The resale shops are amazing. I mean, they have the huge antique store, so the other little mom and pop resale shops are super cool. There's a planetarium. There's all kinds of places for adult beverages. And the amount of antique stores is just insane. It's absolutely cool. And the park, there's a park that's down on the river. They have a stage. They bring in free concerts. They do all kinds of cool things that are very family oriented. So when I started dancing a few years ago, a couple years ago, not a few, I had to learn the language. So I'm a visual learner. So if I'm going to learn how to do this, I'm going to watch a couple times and process how to do it. So there's steps. So they will say they need a grapevine here, a sailor step there, a kickball change, whatever. Now that one I know because I took dance lessons for a long time, and that's a tap move. So there's different things thrown into these dances that I never really thought about. I had to learn the different counts, like either we're starting at 1 or we're going to start at 8 or we're going to start at 6. And I'm just like, I may have had dance lessons before, but we always started at the beginning. Didn't matter. But it's still a lot of fun. And I have a few of my favorites. I love doing 9 to 5 by Dolly Parton. I'm not quite sure what the name of the dance is called, but super, super, super beginner friendly. And it's just a 4-wall, which means you go from the front to the side to the back to the side, back to the front. Another lingo. And then there's one called Pieces to the Puzzle, which is not the name of the song. That's just the name of the dance. The song is Welcome to Miami. And I kind of want to say like the reason they do that is because you can swap them. You don't necessarily have to dance to that song. We can pick a different song as long as the beats all match up. And then there's one called The Wolf that actually does have the same song. So my last little tidbit from line dancing up there is the absolute amazing people that I've met. So we usually do this on Wednesday, Sunday. Every now and again there's a Friday thrown in. And we meet at what's called Jake's Corner Lounge, and they put this on, and it's super cool. They've shut down the street, and everybody's outside because the inside of that place is like this big, and there's just not room. We meet there, and it's from May to September, and it is absolutely the most beautiful weather ever because we're right on the water too. So after we're done dancing this usually goes on from like 7 to 11 o'clock at night. So it is a long, tiring time. You get pretty beat, especially if you're trying to learn new ones. And then once we're done, we'll go and we'll either hang out on the street because they put barricades so there's no traffic. So it's actually really cool, and there's lights everywhere. It's absolutely gorgeous. We'll sit out there and chit chat, relax, and sometimes we're going into Jake's to do karaoke because maybe terrible at it, but I love to do it. Some of the people I've met are, like I said, they're just fantastic. I've met my friend Kate, who we've become really super good friends with, and she helps run the show and kind of puts like the events out to the public. My friend Jess, she's incredible. She's learning just like I am. My friend Greg runs the show, and just all kinds of people. My daughter usually comes with me, which is so much fun. So if you've ever thought about trying something out of your comfort zone, line dancing is so much fun. The city, Bay City's beautiful to hang out, check out, make a day trip out of. The people, I've never met anybody that's not friendly. It's all well worth it. So go get your boots and go dancing.